pleased to see you once more, Hierarch. I had hoped that our next interaction would be your announcement of Aiur's reclamation.
As did I. Instead, the Templar have fallen.
Then the threat is greater than I realized.
We cannot let the same fate befall Shakuras.
It is too late for that. Amon's Zerg poured through the warp gate as a tide of flesh and blade. They have already overrun Telemetros and are nearing the shrines of Lazul. This world is lost. With such an infestation, Shakuras must be destroyed.
Destroy Shakuras? I will not permit this.
Permit? Shakuras was my people's home long before we offered yours sanctuary upon it. I will not let this world be a den for Amon's forces. Worlds may fall to ash. What matters is that we endure.
To lose Shakuras and Aiur.
We are a vagabond people, Artanis. Our true home has always been Aiur. Let us reclaim it together.
It is fitting that the daughter of Raja Gal decides the fate of the world she helped forge. Let us make preparations at once.
The solar core requires your attention, Hierarch. Please visit it at your earliest convenience.
The solar matrix core. Truly an impressive sight.
A synthetic star. Imagine what went into its creation. This chamber provides power to the Spear of Adun and all its systems. Its radiance even contributes nourishment for our warriors.
How long until you can bring its tactical systems online?
System analysis has begun, but the star has lain dormant for an eon. It will take time, and a powerful ignition catalyst like Solarite to restore it to full capacity.
Solarite? The Firstborn haven't utilized Solarite in millennia.
This vessel is ancient, Hierarch. We will need to exhaust even unconventional resources if we are to bring it to bear.
Do what you can, Phase Smith. We will acquire what you need.
Very well. You may begin augmenting the solar core whenever you are ready. Select the core to start reviewing your options, Hierarch. This array displays an overview of the Spear of Adun's weapon and support systems. Each system can only be configured to have one active ability at a time. You may select different abilities to complement your tactical decisions in different battles, Hierarch. Our current available Solarite is displayed here. Any leftover Solarite can be routed to our auxiliary systems. You may begin diverting Solarite now.
You look different, Phase Smith.
Ah, you must be referring to these mechanical arms. I constructed them to improve my efficiency while running the solar core. So far, they have been quite helpful.
All this time, this wretched little world was within striking distance of our fleets.
Much has changed since your era, Preserver. The Dark Templar are now our allies.
There was a time when the Protoss were broken. Throughout the aeon of strife, we tore at each other with wanton abandon. Only one path was ever found to end the madness and unify our people. The Kala. The Dark Ones rejected its light. They denied their own race. How can you fight for them?
For one so sworn to preserve our history, Rohana, how can you be so blind to its turn?
I see I have offended you, Hierarch. My apologies. Adapting to this period is difficult. Hierarch, one of our combat units can be assigned a new faction through the console in the War Council. Cloaked warriors are now available for deployment.
Vengeance for Aiur. Vengeance for Aiur. Got to. Vengeance for Aiur.
The evacuation ships have reported in. All are present, and are being escorted by the Spear of Adun. Of all the Templar, you never wavered in the belief that our two peoples could live in unity. It is something I admired in you.
It is ironic to hear you say this. All this time, I believed you were reluctant to accept the unity I sought.
You and I had many a disagreement in the Twilight Council. For day by day, I saw my people losing what they were. I saw our precious old ways erode.
You wished to preserve them.
I am Nerazim, Dark Templar. I hold great pride in my people.
But you are also Protoss. That is the greater affiliation.
That is not what the Conclave believed when we were exiled long ago. Your kind had Aiur. Our culture is all we ever had. This was not an easy decision, but I would rather see Shakuras destroyed than overwhelmed by Amon's Zerg. We have much to plan, Hierarch.
Tell me, Vorazun, how will we bring destruction to your world?
The Xel'naga Temple's phase prism can be overloaded, forcing a spike of energy into the planet's core. Enough of a charge, and the planet will shatter. Amon will not possess my world.
I have been thinking about this choice.
Are you reconsidering?
No. My time here has reminded me of the courage of your people. That we must fight. If we are to suffer, then so too will Amon. We will lure as many of Amon's hybrid and Zerg through the gateway as we can. Only once enough are through to wound him will we overload the temple and flee.
You mean to bleed him? Bold. But we can't risk the forces it would require to do such a thing.
Leave that to me, Matriarch. I have learned much from the Dark Templar.
Our forces have secured the Xel'naga temple grounds. Artanis, how go your preparations?
I am configuring the temple now, but without the Uraj and the Callus, it will take time.
Time is not all it will take. The temple's energies are regulated by 3 Zenith stones. Only once they are destroyed can the temple be overloaded.
Until then, we must defend it from the Zerg and their hybrid masters.
The Nerazim have long used Kaldera monoliths to protect our lands. I see your Phase-Smith has become familiar with them.
Indeed, Matriarch. The monoliths are quite deadly and fire a considerable distance. They should prove instrumental in our defense.
The moment has come. Let us begin. The sooner the Zenith Stones are destroyed, the better off we shall be. The Zerg will overwhelm the temple grounds shortly.
Agreed. Although, should it become necessary, my Dark Templar can sneak through the enemy and destroy the stones. The Zerg gather for an attack to the southwest. Ignite your blades, warriors!
Aiur shall rise anew.
Hierarch, there are more resources nearby. We can construct a second nexus near them to accelerate our harvesting.
You have not enough minerals. 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 You have not enough. Base is under attack.
And ours. We obey.
Another brood of Zerg is preparing to attack from a hive to the northwest.
Vengeance for Aiur. Eternally, our light lives on.
You have not enough minerals. Base is under attack. You have not enough minerals.
If possible, we should warp in more photon cannons. They will help our nexus point defend against enemy incursions.
You have not enough minerals.
Artanis, our observers are reporting a vast number of Zerg have poured onto Shakuras.
And yet, not a single hybrid. Amon is testing our resolve.
You have not enough minerals.
There is no solace in this.
You require more Vespine gas. You...
Vengeance for honor. Retribution. Hear your
The Zerg approached the temple from the southeastern accessway.
You have not enough minerals.
My life for Aiur!
There is no solace in exile. As you Aiur shall rise anew.
Ready yourselves, Templar. The Zerg are moving to assault both sides of the temple.
Glory through perseverance. I have returned. Our light lives on.
Base is under attack.
There is no sun.
Base is under attack.
My life for Aiur! My life for Aiur!
And Aris Adari, our day will come. We will atone.
Curious. There are overlords closing on the temple grounds.
I have seen this tactic before. They are transporting ground forces. Destroy the overlords, quickly!
Exercise caution when attacking a Zenith Stone. The energies within may become volatile as it is damaged.
Glory through perseverance.
Upgrade complete. Base is under attack.
Vengeance for Aiur.
Our readouts indicate there are nearly 500 million Zerg on Shakuras. All of them moving for this temple.
Let them come. The Templar will endure.
Glory through perseverance. We will atone.
Base is under attack.
Give your order with pride.
We embrace the glory of battle.
As you say.
Our pylon is under attack.
Be on guard, warriors. The Zerg are attacking the temple from all three sides at once.
Upgrade complete. You have not enough minerals.
There is no solace in exile. Glory through perseverance. Our day will come.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Is under attack.
I have returned. The Master's gaze falls on your shadowed world.
By the gods, I have never seen such abomination. Warriors, focus all cannons on the hybrid. We must defend the temple.
We embrace the glory of battle. Base is under attack. Upgrade complete.
It is done. The Zenith stones have been destroyed. Once your task is complete, the temple can be overloaded.
Understood. And the temple alignment is proceeding well. Now, we wait for the Zerg.
Vengeance for Aiur.
Base is under attack.
Aiur shall rise anew. We will toll. Glory to perseverance.
I like what I like.
We will atone. Glory to perseverance. Brethren, there is no solace in exile. Aiur shall rise anew.
Hierarch, I have never borne witness to so many Zerg. Was this the threat my mother once faced?
No, Matriarch. This threat is a far greater one, and it will take all we have to resist it.
perseverance. And Aris Adari.
Base is under attack.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
We embrace the glory of battle. The moment approaches, warriors. The temple is realigning. It will be ready soon.
Hierarch, I have discovered a solarite cache beneath the Xel'naga temple. If we can hold longer, I should be able to retrieve it.
Begin the retrieval process, Karax. We will hold the temple as long as we can. We embrace the glory of battle. We embrace the glory of battle.
Base is under attack.
Hierarch, only some of your gateways have transformed into warp gates. It is better to commit to a single warp-in strategy.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Our day will come.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
We will. There is no solace in exile. Our day
Base is under attack.
shall rise.
Base is under attack.
Engaging foe. Engaging foe.
Base is under attack.
The temple thrums with energy. It is ready.
Solarite retrieval is still in progress. If we can hold on just a while longer.
My life for Aiur.
Engaging foe. Engaging foe. I have returned.
Base is under attack.
Engaging foe. Engaging foe.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack. You must place that in a power field. Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
I have returned.
Base is under attack.
We embrace glory.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Engaging foe.
You must replace that. Base is under attack.
Engaging foe. Engaging foe.
Base is under
I
attack.
have returned.
My life for Aiur.
Base is under attack.
Our day will come. And Aris Agari. We will atone. Get our sons.
We embrace the glory of
Engaging
Base is under attack. Our pylon is under attack.
Engaging foe.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Engaging foe.
my life for Aiur.
Our pylon is under attack.
It is done. The Solarite has been successfully warped aboard the Spear of Adun.
Templar, initiate dimensional recall. Get to safety, now!
Latest words. The Zerg are poised to breach the temple.
Have faith, Matriarch. Your fallen people cry out for vengeance, and they shall have it.
is said that those of our kind suffer, separated from the glory of the Kala. Generation after generation choose the mantle of